If you love DC superheroes as much as we do, you're probably up to date with the CW show The Flash. Well, you might know everything there is to know about Barry Allen, but what about his frontman, Grant Gustin? Stay tuned as we unravel Gustin's secret life before your very eyes. Watch until the end to find out which surprising tattoo Gustin has on his arm. New around here? Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to The Things for more awesome content. Now let's jump right into 20 things you didn't know about Grant Gustin from The Flash.
Well, I was getting ready to make my move.
What move? The one to the morgue?
He dropped out of school to join a Broadway production. Some people are lucky enough to have a dream and the will to chase it from a very young age. Actor Grant Gustin always knew that he was meant for the stage. With this in mind, he went after every acting, singing, and dancing role he could find. After completing his senior year at Granby High School, Gustin got accepted into the BFA Music Theater program at Elon University. Although he enjoyed going to school as much as the next person, Gustin got an opportunity he just couldn't refuse. When he landed the role of Baby John in the Broadway revival tour of West Side Story, he jumped for joy and dropped out of school. His second TV role was on 90210. For most of his life, Grant Gustin dreamed of one day becoming a huge star. Thanks to his will and dedication, he eventually found himself getting noticed at auditions and receiving callbacks. Gustin's first TV role was on the show GLEE. However, he quickly shifted his focus to 90210. After landing the role of Campbell Price, Gustin knew that bigger and better things were heading his way, and he was right. Gustin fit in perfectly with the cast of this show, as he does have a dramatic Beverly Hills look to him. He was only supposed to be in 3 Arrow episodes. Auditioning for a superhero role is no joke, which is why actors go the extra mile when trying to woo directors and casting agents. Grant Gustin knew that he only had one shot to impress the Arrow directors, so he did. Originally, Gustin's character was only supposed to appear in 3 episodes of Arrow, but things didn't exactly go as planned. What was supposed to be a backdoor pilot plan ended up becoming a standalone pilot. So, in other words, Barry Allen was getting his very own TV show. The Flash. The Flash broke records. The CW had no way of knowing if their new series The Flash would make it big. After deciding to film a total of 13 episodes, the CW premiered the pilot and watched as the world lost their marbles. In just a few days, the pilot episode had reached 4.8 million views, which broke many records at the CW. After a few weeks, the network decided to go all in on The Flash, filmed a total of 23 episodes for its first season. This was news to Grant Gustin, as he had previously been told that a total of 3 episodes were expected of him. The man can tap dance. Grant Gustin is a man of many talents, and he isn't afraid to show them off. From a young age, Gustin knew that his feet had the need for speed. What he didn't know was that they would eventually help turn him into the fastest man in the world. Gustin's love for tap dancing helped him become a star. After all, he did showcase his talents on the GLEE stage more often than not. Gustin explained during an interview that he would forever be grateful for his tap dancing days. Grant isn't his real name. It is not uncommon for actors and celebrities to change their names. In the end, they do this to protect their privacy or simply give themselves a better stage name. Grant is a great name, and when paired up with the last name Gustin, it sounds like a superhero name too. Despite all of this, the truth is that Gustin's real name isn't Grant. Nope. That's his middle name. His real name is Thomas Grant Gustin, which does have a nice ring to it.
We're not a 2.
Oh, no. We are a 1 and 1.
He played a villain on GLEE. If you're a GLEE fan, you might or might not have realized that Grant Gustin is behind the evil role of Sebastian Smythe. If you missed it, it's probably because you had a hard time recognizing Gustin while he was in character. He played the role of a spoiled and conniving prep school kid who would stop at nothing to win. He said he also ended up receiving some hate for his gay character, but it was all soon replaced by the outpouring love from the public. He's best friends with Chris Wood. It's funny to think that 2 childhood friends could both become famous on their own time. Well, it might be funny, but it's the truth. Grant Gustin and Chris Wood are actually childhood friends. However, they had a small falling out while Gustin was traveling with his Broadway production. So imagine their surprise when Wood landed the role of Mon-El on the new hit TV series Supergirl. For now, it looks like these 2 buds will be rekindling their old flame. This isn't the first time that coincidence strikes the actor, though, especially since his old GLEE co-star plays the role of Supergirl herself. He's getting married. We're sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Grant Gustin is in love and he's shouting it from the rooftops. Gustin and his longtime girlfriend, L.A. Toma, got got engaged in mid-2017. The love bugs still haven't tied the knot, but plan to sometime in 2019. During an interview, Gustin announced that he and Thoma were pretty much already married. However, his fiancée chimed in to clear things up. She explained how they'd underwent an ancestral ceremony in Malaysia, but still hadn't signed any documents. Thoma, who is Malaysian by descent, wanted to honor her ancestors before sealing the deal. He's worth $2 million. Have you ever wondered how much the one and only Barry Allen was worth? Well, allow us to give you the details. It's funny to think that celebrities have a net worth hanging over their heads, but that's just the way we do things here on Earth. Grant Gustin is said to have a net worth of $2 million, which is pretty impressive since he's only 28 years old. Now that the young actor has his hands in every cookie jar, it's only a matter of time before this number doubles. In other words, there's nowhere for Gustin to go but up. He's got a man crush on Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is definitely one of the best actors in Hollywood. And if you don't believe this, just look at his IMDb page. This young and charming actor has been pursuing his dreams since he was a little boy. Grant Gustin made it clear that Gordon-Levitt is the man to be. He stated that if he could have anyone's career, it would be his. He even went as far as saying that he wants to be him. If you're a fan of Gordon-Levitt's work, you and Gustin have a lot in common. If you're surprised by this man crush, wait until you hear about Gustin's troubling past.
It's about 100,000 times the strength of Earth's magnetic field.
In other words, yes.
He was picked on in high school for being gay. Before you jump to conclusions, let us clear one thing up. Grant Gustin isn't gay. As a matter of fact, he's engaged to a lovely woman who he loves very much. Regardless of this, Gustin knows how it feels to be gay bashed every single day for a long period of time. It's no secret that Gustin is head over heels for the performing arts. While there's nothing wrong with that, it did lead to him being pinned as gay during his high school years. He told a reporter that being gay bashed was a very hard time in his life. However, it did allow him to sympathize with his GLEE character. He dated his GLEE co-star for about a year. Before meeting the love of his life, Grant Gustin spent a year dating the beautiful Hannah Douglas. The pair met while on the set of GLEE and immediately hit it off. Since Gustin is very private when it comes to his love life, fans and reporters had to find out on their own that the pair had split after about a year of dating. They came to this conclusion by stalking their social media pages and noticing each other's absence. The GLEE stars had too much going on, which is rumored to be the reason for their split. At the end of the day, two hectic schedules leave little time for romance. His character has appeared in 5 different TV shows. You know you've hit the jackpot when your on-screen character has a busier life than you do. When Grant Gustin was granted the role of Barry Allen on The Flash, he never once thought that he'd rise above because of it. Within a few years' time, Gustin's character was being showcased on a number of productions. Since DC Comics tend to tie into each other, it's not too surprising to find the Justice League jumping from show to show. In total, Gustin has appeared in 5 different TV shows under the name of Barry Allen. He's been on Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Vixen, The Flash, and Supergirl. He's intimidated by Stephen Amell's physique. Whether we like to admit it or not, we all feel a little intimidated by others. This feeling tends to fade with time, or sooner if we learn the self-love we all deserve. It seems like Grant Gustin has a ways to go. After all, he's been seen comparing himself to co-star Stephen Amell. Amell, who plays the role of Oliver Queen in Arrow, is known for having a killer physique. As a result of this, Gustin has joked around about not wanting to be filmed next to him when he's in a t-shirt. While this joke was made in good fun, we can't help but feel like Gustin isn't giving his own body enough credit.
What is going on with you two?
What do you mean? Nothing, it's fine. It's fine, I don't know.
He's not a fan of the Flash costume. It goes without saying that superhero costumes aren't the most flattering, but when worn by good-looking and fit individuals, they don't look so bad. It's no secret that Grant Gustin is on the thinner side, but there's nothing wrong with that. Gustin admitted to not feeling comfortable wearing the Flash costume during its first stages, but this was due to it being so tight he needed help getting into it. Now that the suit has been revamped many times over, Gustin is more than happy with it. However, the young actor did receive some backlash after a photo of him wearing it leaked onto the internet. Body shamers were quick to insult his physique, which the actor has stated is simply unacceptable. Gustin says that body shaming is never okay, no matter who it's directed at. He once tweeted his real phone number by mistake. The last thing a celebrity wants is to have their personal phone number leaked. This makes sense because fans would proceed to call them 24/7. Well, it looks like Grant Gustin's nightmare came to life by his own own doing. The actor accidentally tweeted his own phone number on his social media platform, which ended with him having to change his phone number within a matter of minutes. In the span of 10 minutes, Gustin received about 20 phone calls from eager fans, which shocked him to no end. This prompted him to deactivate his number, get a new one ASAP. He's always dreamed of Broadway. When you have a dream, it's super important for you to run after it. After all, many of us only have one shot to make our dreams a reality. Ever since Grant Gustin was a kid, he's dreamed about becoming a big-time Broadway performer. Luckily for him, his goals were reached pretty early on in his career. After performing on Broadway for about 2 years, Gustin landed a role on GLEE and quit his production. While he never really wanted to branch off into TV and movies, he's happy that he got the opportunity to do so. In the end, the actor says that Broadway will always be his first love and that he hopes to return to it someday. For the time being, though, he likes how things are going.
Well, if you change your mind, I've been told my strawberry daiquiris are sinful.
I will not judge you.
He is a huge superhero fan. It goes without saying that most young children grow up watching superhero movies and fantasizing about becoming one themselves. Sadly, it takes a lot more than wanting to become a hero to actually become one. Grant Gustin might not have any powers in real life, but his on-screen personality sure does. To him, being able to influence the younger generations and be a part of the Justice League is simply too good to be true. To say that Gustin is a superhero fan would be an understatement. However, his favorite hero isn't the one he plays. He has a Superman tattoo. Grant Gustin might be the man behind the Flash, but he secretly wishes that he could play someone else. By now, it's no secret that Gustin's favorite superhero is Superman. Gustin told interviewers that he loved Superman so much as a kid that he would spend hours drawing him. He also revealed that his Superman tattoo is written in his mother's writing, which makes it all the more personal. So, we now know who Gustin's favorite superhero is, but what's yours? Let us know in the comments. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the Flash's Grant Gustin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.